Chosen one, stop right now. Don't scroll, don't glance away. This moment isn't a coincidence. It's a summons. Heaven has interrupted your routine to speak directly to your soul. You didn't stumble into this message by luck. God Himself has aligned the timing, the signal, the very breath in your lungs so that you would hear this now. Something is stirring in the unseen, something your spirit has already begun to feel, a trembling in your heart, an ache that whispers, change is coming. That's not imagination, it's confirmation. Heaven has just announced your breakthrough days, and they're closer than you think. Buckle up, chosen one. God is rewriting your story even as you listen. Every word you're hearing is a breadcrumb of destiny, leading you step by step into the overflow He's prepared. Don't scroll, don't doubt, don't let distractions steal this moment. You are guided here. The restlessness, the heaviness, the sudden changes in people and places, those are not random. They're spiritual indicators, divine alarms, signs that God is moving and your atmosphere is shifting. Right now, the spiritual realm is charged. A cosmic reset is taking place. And it's not only global, it's personal. It's about you, your heart, your purpose, your calling. God is saying, chosen one, your breakthrough days aren't years away. They're not months away. They are days away. This is not vague hope. This is a divine deadline. The walls that caged your promise, lack, fear, shame, generational burdens, are trembling. The delays that tested your patience are dissolving. But there's a key. You must prepare. This isn't the hour to sleep through your season. It's the time to anchor, to align, to activate your faith like never before. Let's make this prophetic. Do something bold, something that announces to heaven, I'm ready. Comment the number 777 below. It's not superstition, it's symbolism. 7 means divine perfection, completion, covenant. When you type it, you're not just pressing keys, you're prophesying. You're declaring, God, I'm awake. I'm ready. Let heaven see your readiness in digital ink. And while we're here, let me thank every chosen one who has supported this message. Your generosity isn't just kindness, it's a seed in sacred soil, helping this word reach the world. Whether you give or not, your presence here is precious. You are seen, you are valued, and you are loved beyond measure. Now listen closely, because this isn't just another season. This is a divine convergence. Heaven and earth are colliding to birth your breakthrough. The vision that tarried is now at the appointed time. The prophecy that felt delayed is knocking at your door. Habakkuk 2:3 says, the vision is for an appointed time. Though it lingers, wait for it. It will surely come. And chosen one, that time is now. But are you ready to receive it? Because this breakthrough isn't only about what you'll get, it's about who you'll become. This is a calling into purpose, into divine identity. Think of Joseph, betrayed, sold, imprisoned, forgotten by people, but never by God. Every pain refined him until he was strong enough to stand where God had destined him. When his breakthrough came, it wasn't just freedom, it was elevation. Second in command, positioned to save nations. What if every disappointment in your life wasn't punishment, but preparation? Every tear, a seed. Every prayer, a foundation stone of destiny. Think of Esther, an orphan, overlooked, yet positioned by divine timing to save a people. Her breakthrough didn't just bless her, it shifted history. So will yours. Your breakthrough carries generational impact. But breakthroughs come only to the prepared. God is sounding alarms in your spirit because you are not ordinary, you are marked. Before you were born, heaven already knew your name. Jeremiah 1:5 declares, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. I set you apart." That's not poetry, it's decree. You've always felt different, haven't you? Like you didn't fit the rhythm of this world. That's because you were never meant to blend in. You were born to stand out, to lead, to carry light when darkness screams. That's why your battles have been fierce. The enemy doesn't fight what's common. He fights what's chosen. And you, chosen one, are irreplaceable. If this word stirs your spirit, comment 777 again. Let it be a second declaration, a signal to heaven that you're aligned with God's timing. Each number you type is faith in motion, a code written into eternity. If this message is setting your soul ablaze, like this video, not for vanity, but to amplify the call, to awaken other chosen ones searching for their moment. We are building a community of warriors. Now hear this. The next 7 days are not ordinary days. They are divine days, days charged with completion and creation. Just as God shaped the universe in 7, He is reshaping your world in 7. That diagnosis you've been fearing, prepare for change. That child you've been praying for, prepare for their return. That financial drought, prepare for rain. Because when the Lord says, "It is time," delay loses its power. Isaiah 60:22 promises, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." And that time is now. But not everyone will experience it. Not everyone will respond. Some will scroll past, treating this as noise, but not you. You are still here, still listening, because your spirit recognizes this as your Kairos moment, a window in which eternity brushes against time. Don't miss it. Don't hesitate. Esther 4:14 warns, "If you remain silent now, deliverance will arise from another place." This is your moment to rise. Breakthrough isn't always loud. It isn't always wrapped in money or fame. Sometimes it's quiet clarity, replacing confusion, peace reigning where fear once ruled, reconciliation where division festered, its purpose revealed, gifts awakened, and destiny defined. Think of Rosa Parks. Her breakthrough was one silent no that thundered across history. Think of Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for decades. But when freedom came, he emerged not bitter, but ready. Your breakthrough may look quiet to the world, but it will be seismic in the spirit. It will ripple through your lineage. So prepare. Start your divine appointments journal. Record every coincidence, every answered prayer, every door cracking open. Those are confirmations, not coincidences. Then, carve out 15 minutes each morning for stillness. No phone, no noise, just you and God. Call it your heaven listening time. Set boundaries around your attention. The enemy thrives in distraction. Silence him with focus, and surround yourself with warriors who understand divine timing. Isolation drains faith. Community multiplies it. The number 7 isn't random. It's divine design. In Joshua 6, the Israelites marched around Jericho for 7 days, 7 times on the 7th, and the walls fell flat. Your Jericho is trembling now. Fear, doubt, scarcity. They're losing ground, not by your might, but by obedience. So what's your march? Maybe it's forgiving someone who wounded you. Maybe it's stepping into a calling you've delayed. Maybe it's declaring promises aloud each morning. Faith is motion. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Faith gives form to the unseen. You've wondered if your prayers hit the ceiling. You've asked why God was silent. Psalm 56, verse 8 answers, "You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book. None were wasted. Every cry has become incense before his throne. and now the vial is tipping. Your tears are about to become triumph. The enemy whispered that God forgot you, but heaven was preparing you for an unveiling so mighty that it required endurance to hold it. Comment 777 again. Let this be the triple seal. Type it with fire, knowing your breakthrough is already unfolding. Share this message with someone whose faith is flickering. Your obedience could ignite their destiny. Listen carefully now. The reason the attacks have increased, the reason the fatigue hit suddenly, the reason confusion tried to cloud you, it's because the enemy can see what's written over you. He's terrified, but he's defeated. Colossians 2:15 declares, God disarmed the powers and authorities, triumphing over them by the cross. You're not fighting for victory, you're walking from it. David didn't defeat Goliath with size or sword, he did it with faith and alignment. Your breakthrough doesn't need perfection, it needs your yes. Say it aloud. Yes, Lord, I'm ready. Write it, type it, declare it. Revelation 3:8 says, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. That door is before you now. Beyond it lies not just provision, but purpose. Not just healing, but wholeness. Not just blessing, but authority. You will enter rooms, and atmospheres will shift. You will speak, and hearts will heal. Look at Harriet Tubman. Guided by divine vision, she led hundreds to freedom. Her breakthrough was not escape, it was assignment. Yours will be the same. Comment 777 again. Let it roar through the spirit realm as your declaration. I'm aligned. I'm ready. I'm chosen. Like this word, share it, spread it. Because when chosen ones unite in faith, chains break across the world. The next 7 days are your Jericho march. The walls are trembling, the angels are in position, and heaven's countdown has begun. Stay vigilant. The enemy will send distractions, counterfeits noise, but your armor is faith, your sword is the word, your covering is prayer. Declare Psalm 91. No harm will overtake me, no disaster will come near my tent. Your breakthrough is protected, sealed, ordained. And remember this, the fire that's burning in your spirit right now, it's not hype, it's holy confirmation. You are standing on the edge of fulfillment. The heavens are open. The time is now. Your breakthrough days have begun. Chosen one, breathe in this moment. Feel the pulse of heaven, synchronizing with your own heartbeat. Because what's unfolding now is not ordinary. You've stepped across an invisible threshold where destiny begins to accelerate, where the unseen hand of God rearranges every piece that once seemed scattered. For years you've carried burdens, questions, and silent prayers that nobody heard but heaven did. And the answers are beginning to surface like dawn after the longest night. These next days will not be random. They will be orchestrated, layered with divine appointments, gentle confirmations, and supernatural timing that proves God never forgot the blueprint of your life. The restlessness in your chest isn't anxiety, it's spiritual birth pangs. Something extraordinary is being born through you, and that's why the pressure has intensified. Diamonds are not formed in comfort, they're forged in compression, and you, chosen one, are glimmering under heaven's fire. There is a shift occurring so profound that even creation groans in recognition of it. The atmosphere around you is vibrating with new possibility. Ideas long buried are beginning to sprout. Relationships that once drained, you are being realigned. And doors that were welded shut are starting to creak open. The same God who whispered light into chaos is whispering life into your calling. He's saying, you've waited long enough. This is not a suggestion, it's a divine decree. In the stillness of prayer, He has already dispatched angels to arrange the details, resources, introductions, timing, and the orchestration is meticulous. Every obstacle is becoming a stepping stone, every detour a disguised highway. The enemy has tried to convince you that nothing was changing, but behind the curtain, heaven has been writing a scene so glorious it will silence every doubt. When the curtain lifts, even your critics will have to admit that the hand of God was on you all along. Now hear this. Breakthrough does not arrive as a single explosion of blessing. It unfolds like dawn. First a glimmer, then a glow, then full daylight, flooding every corner. The danger is to look at the first light and think it's not enough, to confuse beginnings with endings. Don't dismiss small signs because they don't match your expectation. Remember Elijah's servant who looked to the sky 6 times and saw nothing, but on the 7th saw a cloud the size of a man's hand, and that tiny cloud carried the promise of torrential rain. Your small signs are sacred signals, that unexpected message, that sudden idea, that quiet peace settling over chaos. They are the first drops of your downpour. Stay alert. Heaven is subtle before it becomes spectacular. The enemy knows this, which is why he's been loud. Confusion, fatigue, unexpected distractions. They're his desperate tactics to pull your gaze away from the horizon right before the sunrise. But chosen one, lift your eyes again. The storm is not the end. It's the signal that the rain of favor is near. Every storm has an assignment: to water the seeds God planted in you. You've been faithful through drought. Now the heavens are opening. God never wastes pain. He recycles it into power. The very situations that once embarrassed you will become testimonies that empower others. You'll look back and say, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have learned how strong grace truly is. What looked like punishment was preparation. These breakthrough days are not about receiving things. They're about receiving clarity. God is refining your sight so you can distinguish counterfeit from covenant, distraction from direction, opportunity from obligation. Many doors will appear at once, but only one will be yours. How will you know? Peace will mark it. The same peace that calmed storms in Scripture will guard your decision. Don't rush. Divine timing is not delayed timing. It's precise timing. When the appointed door opens, you won't have to force it. It will swing wide with effortless grace, and you'll walk through knowing every second of waiting was necessary. Take a moment to remember where God has already brought you from. The nights you thought you wouldn't make it. The prayers that felt unanswered but secretly protected you. The rejections that redirected you. Gratitude transforms perception. Start listing the mercies behind the memories. Each thank you is a key turning in heaven's lock. When you thank God for what's been, you create space for what's coming. Gratitude isn't passive, it's prophetic. It says, I recognize your fingerprints, and I trust your next move. Speak it aloud. Let your environment hear your faith. Atmospheres shift when gratitude fills the air. Chosen one, you are not merely enduring life. You are being elevated through it. The discomfort you feel is promotion, disguised as pressure. Think of a rocket at liftoff. Before it ascends, it shakes violently. Everything around it trembles. That's you right now. The shaking is evidence of thrust. God is propelling you forward, breaking you out of old gravity wells, habits, mindsets, fears that can't accompany you where you're going. It's why certain friendships have faded, why old patterns feel unbearable, why mediocrity suddenly irritates your spirit. You've outgrown the cage. Don't mourn what's leaving. Bless it and release it. A butterfly doesn't negotiate with the cocoon. You may ask, why me? Why does it feel like the battle intensifies every time I take a step? Because the enemy recognizes potential earlier than people do. He saw your blueprint before you did. The intensity of your opposition is the proof of your importance. If you were ordinary, you'd be ignored. You've been targeted precisely because you're treasured. But remember, targets are also testimonies. Every arrow that was meant to wound you has become a marker of how much grace covers you. You're still standing, still breathing, still believing. And that alone is victory. God doesn't need perfection to perform miracles. He needs persistence. Keep showing up in faith, even trembling faith, because heaven counts consistency as courage. Let's talk about obedience. In these days of acceleration, partial obedience will create partial breakthroughs. God is calling for your full yes, no hesitation, no negotiation. The quicker you obey, the faster He moves. It may not make sense. Obedience rarely does before results appear. Remember Peter stepping out of the boat. Logic screamed no, but obedience said yes, and water turned solid beneath his feet. Your miracle is waiting for your movement. Don't analyze the wind, answer the call. Each step you take in faith authorizes heaven to act on your behalf. Fear asks, what if I fall? Faith answers, what if I fly? Chosen one, guard your inner atmosphere. Protect your peace like it's sacred currency, because it is. Chaos can't breed miracles, but calm can. Spend time in silence. That's where instructions hide. Fast from comparison. That's where joy leaks. Nurture your spirit with worship, not worry. When you worship, you wage war without words. The sound of your praise confuses the enemy because it announces you've already won. Remember Jehoshaphat. His army didn't fight with weapons, but with worship, and God ambushed the opposition. Let that be your strategy. When fear rises, sing louder. When doubt knocks, lift your hands. Heaven moves to the rhythm of surrendered hearts. You may wonder what these 7 days will look like. Expect unusual coincidences, emails from nowhere, opportunities that align perfectly, people crossing your path with divine purpose. Expect inner peace, where anxiety once lived. Expect creative downloads, sudden bursts of clarity, moments when you'll say, "That's the answer I prayed for." Document everything. Keep your divine appointments journal alive. What you write now will become proof later. In months to come, when you stand in the fullness of what's promised, you'll flip back through those pages and weep at how exact God was. Understand this truth. Your breakthrough isn't meant to be contained. It's contagious. When God elevates you, He intends for others to catch the light from your flame. You're not being blessed to boast, you're being blessed to bless. Every victory entrusted to you carries an assignment attached. Ask, Lord, who needs to see your goodness through me? That's how movements are born, through one obedient life shining so brightly that others remember the way home. Look at Deborah, leading a nation when doubt filled the land. Look at Harriet Tubman, risking her life so others could taste freedom. Their breakthroughs birthed liberation for multitudes. Yours will too. Don't let false humility shrink you. You were never called to hide your light under fear's basket. Confidence in God's calling isn't arrogance, it's agreement. You're a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, a carrier of divine authority. Speak as one who knows heaven backs every word aligned with truth. Walk as one who understands that angels accompany obedience. Live as one convinced that favor is not occasional but perpetual. That mindset is your mantle. The world may not comprehend it at first, but soon it will witness undeniable evidence. Chosen one, remember that testing always precedes trust. Before God displays you, He refines you. Before the crown, there's a cross. Before resurrection, there's a tomb. Don't despise the process. It's proof of authenticity. Many want the promise, but resist the pressure that shapes character. You're different. You've endured what others escaped. You've held faith in seasons when silence was your only companion, and that endurance has become your anointing. Heaven can now trust you with weightier glory because you've learned to carry it with humility. In these days of acceleration, let generosity flow from you. Give encouragement freely, forgive quickly, release grudges that weigh down your spirit. You can't ascend carrying anchors. Mercy multiplies momentum. As you extend grace, heaven expands capacity. The hands that give are never empty. They're simply open. Whether through words, resources, or time, sow into others with joy. Every seed of kindness is an echo that returns amplified. Finally, anchor this truth in your spirit. You are standing in the convergence of heaven and earth. Angels are aligning circumstances. Divine timing is clicking into place with the precision of a master clockmaker. You are seconds away from seeing the manifestation of what you've only dreamed. Stay positioned. Don't rush ahead of God, but don't lag behind either. Walk in step with His rhythm, steady, confident, expectant. These next moments of your life will not be ordinary. They will be evidence. When people ask, "How did it happen so fast?" you'll smile and say, "It was all God." So rise, chosen one. Lift your eyes from the past and fix them on the promise. Speak life into every dry place. Declare, even before it appears, that your breakthrough is here. Because heaven has already signed the decree, and earth is catching up to it. This is your time, your confirmation, your awakening. The waiting season has ended. The manifestation has begun. Chosen one, you've come this far for a reason. If you're still here, still listening, still breathing these words into your spirit, it's because heaven is not finished speaking. You are standing at the edge of fulfillment, at the border between what was and what will be, and the air itself is alive with divine anticipation. Every battle, every delay, every disappointment has led you here. The wilderness wasn't wasted, it was training. The silence wasn't neglect, it was refinement. The moments that felt like endings were only beginnings disguised in shadows. God has been sculpting you in secret, chiseling away everything that could not carry the weight of glory that's now resting upon you. And now, the unveiling begins. These are not just breakthrough days, these are revealing days, where what was hidden will be seen, what was planted will rise, and what was promised will finally unfold. The light you carry can no longer be contained. You are stepping into visibility, not for fame, but for fulfillment. Heaven's blueprint is taking shape in human form, and that form is you. In these final days of preparation, God is urging you to move with awareness. You are no longer to wander aimlessly or speak carelessly, for your words now have creative power. The same spirit that hovered over chaos in Genesis hovers over your life, waiting for your declaration. Speak with intention. Call things that are not as though they were. Prophesy over your atmosphere, your family, your finances, your future. Say, "Let there be," and watch light respond. Every syllable of faith you release is a seed sown into eternity. Remember, God formed worlds with words, and you, made in His image, have inherited that same creative capacity. This is why your silence has felt heavy. Your spirit knows it's time to speak again. So, open your mouth and let faith become sound. Heaven moves on the frequency of your belief. These next 7 days will be unlike any you've lived before. Each sunrise will carry instruction, each encounter a clue. The divine rhythm will quicken, and if you stay sensitive, you'll feel the pulse of heaven guiding your steps. Don't second-guess the nudge to act, to call, to begin. Those promptings are not random thoughts. They're divine downloads. Follow them, even when they stretch you. God rarely leads through comfort. He leads through conviction. Every instruction you obey will unlock another layer of blessing. It will feel like puzzle pieces clicking into place, like the universe itself rearranging to accommodate your obedience. Watch how swiftly favor responds when faith moves first. This is the law of divine momentum. Heaven accelerates whatever aligns with its will. But understand this: every breakthrough attracts resistance. The closer you draw to destiny, the louder the distractions become. The enemy cannot stop what God has ordained, but he will attempt to divert your focus. Guard your gates, your eyes, your ears, your heart. Not everything that glitters is gold. Not every opportunity is assignment. Some doors are decoys designed to drain you. That's why discernment is essential. Ask daily, Lord, show me the difference between what is good and what is God. When peace accompanies a path, proceed. When restlessness stirs, pause. God never leads through confusion. The spirit of peace is your compass. Follow it, and you will not miss your mark. Chosen one, do not be surprised if old fears resurface as you rise. The enemy often recycles familiar tactics when he knows new strategies will fail. He'll whisper old lies in fresh disguises, hoping you'll bite the bait of insecurity. But you've outgrown those chains. You are not the same person who once doubted her worth or questioned his purpose. You are refined now, armed with wisdom earned through endurance. Every scar has become a sermon, every wound a window through which grace shines brighter. When fear speaks, respond with truth. Declare, I am chosen, I am equipped, I am unstoppable. Fear cannot survive in the presence of faith that knows who it is. In this unveiling season, God will also call you to forgive again, not because those who hurt you deserve release, but because you deserve peace. Unforgiveness is a tether that binds you to old pain, and you cannot run toward your future while dragging yesterday's weight. Let it go, chosen one. Release them into God's hands, not because it excuses what they did, but because it liberates who you are becoming. Freedom is oxygen to destiny. When you forgive, you make room for restoration, and God will fill that space with something infinitely better than what was lost. These days will also stretch your capacity to believe for more. God is not calling you into comfort. He's calling you into creation. The promises you've prayed for are larger than your current mindset, which is why He's been expanding your faith. Do not shrink your dreams to fit your resources. Let your resources grow to meet your dream. Faith is the currency of heaven, and you have more credit than you realize. When God gives vision, He's already wired provision into the journey. You won't have to chase it. It will chase you when you move in alignment. Now, chosen one, let's talk about legacy. Your breakthrough was never meant to end with you. It's a river, not a reservoir. The overflow from your obedience will water generations. What you do in these days will echo far beyond your lifetime. When future souls look back, they will trace the moment their freedom began to your faith. Just as Ruth's loyalty birthed a lineage that led to kings, your commitment will birth a legacy that reshapes destinies. This is why the pressure has been so great. the impact will be greater. God doesn't entrust small battles to big warriors. He places the weight of generations on those strong enough to carry it with grace. You are that carrier. You are that lineage shifter. You are that world changer in disguise. In the quiet moments of these breakthrough days, when doubt tries to whisper, remember this truth: heaven's silence does not mean absence. Sometimes God hides to strengthen your seek. He withdraws his visible hand so that you learn to trust his invisible plan. When you cannot trace his movement, trust his motive. He is for you, always. The very fact that you are still standing after everything is the loudest testimony of divine presence. You are never abandoned. You are being anchored. Look around you. Notice how people, places, and passions are shifting. The reason you feel detached from what once fit is because your spirit has outgrown the space. God is enlarging your territory. What used to satisfy now feels small, not because it lost value, but because you gained vision. Don't apologize for evolving. You are not arrogant for desiring more. You are awakening to who you've always been. The hunger in your soul is holy. It's heaven reminding you there's more to become, more to build, more to give. This expansion is evidence of growth. And now, God is not only calling you to receive, he is calling you to reign. You are crossing from petition into possession, from waiting to walking. The mantle that hovered over your life is settling on your shoulders. This is your coronation in the Spirit. You've prayed like a servant. Now speak like a son. You've hoped like a dreamer. Now command like a king. Romans 8:17 says, "We are heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ." That means you are not begging for crumbs. You are seated at the table of royalty. Lift your head. Adjust your posture. You are not beneath. You are positioned above, not in pride, but in purpose. As this revelation takes root, begin to visualize the life God promised you. Close your eyes and see it. The peace, the abundance, the influence, the healed relationships, the thriving purpose. See yourself walking in it with confidence and gratitude. Visualization is spiritual rehearsal. When you see it in faith, you prepare the soil for it to manifest. Speak it daily. Write it down. Let every action align with that vision until your reality catches up. Now, chosen one, understand that this breakthrough comes with responsibility. Anointing without discipline collapses under its own weight. God is calling you to steward your miracle wisely. Protect what he gives you. Maintain integrity when doors open. Let humility be your armor. Remember that influence is stewardship, not status. The same humility that brought you here must sustain you there. Never forget the wilderness that shaped your worship. It will keep your success sacred. There will be moments when loneliness visits, even after the breakthrough. That's because elevation often thins the crowd. Not everyone can climb the mountain with you, and that's okay. Separation is not rejection, it's refinement. God is isolating your frequency so you can hear his voice without interference. Cherish solitude. It's the secret chamber where revelation grows. In silence, you'll receive strategies that will change everything. As these 7 days draw to their climax, keep your spirit anchored in worship. Worship is not just music, it's alignment. When you worship, you remind the universe who's in control. You dethrone fear. You silence doubt. You recalibrate your heart to heaven's rhythm. Worship until worry evaporates, until tears turn into laughter, until the atmosphere in your room feels charged with the tangible presence of God. That's when you'll know the breakthrough isn't coming, it's here. And when it happens, When the miracle unfolds before your eyes, pause and give glory where it's due. Testify boldly. Don't hide what God has done. Declare it. Your story is someone else's survival guide. What you overcome becomes the map for others to find their way. Speak of His goodness, not as a boast, but as a beacon. Every testimony you share expands the kingdom's reach. Your life will preach louder than any sermon ever could. Finally, chosen one, as this chapter closes and a new one begins, let this truth settle deep within you. You are the living proof that God still performs wonders. You are the evidence that faith moves mountains, that perseverance births promise, that obedience opens oceans. Your breakthrough is not just a personal victory, it's a divine demonstration of what happens when a soul refuses to quit. The world needs to see it, heaven celebrates it, and hell fears it. You have crossed over from survival into significance. So step forward now, head high, spirit burning, faith unshakable. The same God who began this good work in you will finish it to perfection. You are walking into days of divine acceleration, favor that finds you, peace that anchors you, and purpose that fulfills you. Every delay is reversing. Every closed door is turning into a corridor. Every whispered prayer is becoming a visible promise. This is the unveiling of destiny. This is the moment creation has been waiting for. The moment the chosen one steps fully into the light. Go now and live it, speak it, breathe it, be it. Heaven has announced it, and earth will soon witness it. Your breakthrough days are not ahead. They have begun. The old has passed away, the new has come, and the future you once dreamed of is standing here, ready to be claimed. Rise, chosen one. The world is waiting for your light.